not one of those kinds of people who follows recipes or watches recipes or reads anything about food or recipes, but I do eat. I assume we all eat. And a friend of mine just so happened to send a link to this quick video that I thought was a little staged. The woman was excited for this thing she called a carrot salad. I watched it with interest because I happen to have a lot of carrots. They're cheap, easy, but I kind of get tired of eating carrots, even when I dip them in hummus or some other kind of vegan dip. But this was actually not really a recipe. You whittle the carrot down, assuming you have a carrot stick of sorts, and peel it like this, like I'm doing right now. Then sprinkle some oil over it. She recommended sesame. I only had olive, and the olive worked very well. And then I added some peppercorn seasoning that had black pepper, some garlic, and salt. And it was awesome. So awesome that this is the second carrot salad that I've made today. The first time I made it, I was having an issue keeping the carrot shavings in the bowl, even if it was the larger bowl that I was using. So this time I decided to pull out one of these cutting boards. Yeah, see, I know my way around the kitchen. Or at least a peeler. I know you're not a vegan, but you can eat a vegan treat if you want. We all know you love carrots. This was just a bag of spinach. I don't know if that's going to be for you, though, Rocket. Not just whatever you're sniffing on my leg, but the spinach, which I'm going to mustardize. And if you add Dijon mustard, it's creamed spinach. Sure, I can talk about apple if you want. This is what they call a pizzazz apple. Someone decided not to play basketball. We're getting wet today, waiting for the bus. Hang on. I'm underneath my giant Rebel Pilot helmet umbrella. And I have the Grogu umbrella for Jedi when she gets off the bus. Want to shoot some hoops while we wait? Gotta find a hoop. We got the ball. I don't know. I was told at one point not to touch strange balls. Delicious and nutritious. This video may very well have changed my life. I mean, not this one. The one that I watched for the carrots. I mean, this one might change my life too. I don't know. Y'all gotta let me know if you try it too. And what you think. I didn't know I'd have homework on my last day of school. Oh, it's schoolwork on my last day of school? 27 plus 3 minus 2 times 2 plus 5 minus 4 times 5 equals...
What's a dog that you know?
Rocket.
No, another one. Wait. Oh, okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. This is Rocket C. Okay. Okay, that'll work. Let go. First, let's make your name.
Good job, Rocket. I'm proud of you. Play and eat pup cups. Poop and pee, go on walks, eat and drink, and sleep and walk on the table as well, apparently. You're lucky you had a shower today.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, we were outside and it was raining.
How did I give her
Yeah, well, I don't know if we need to give her a bath at this point.
You're still wet.
Probably not much, but let's see here. Oh, wait, hang on, you copied me.
What?
I wrote loud and noisy as synonyms. What do we have? This is what Rocket's doing this summer. She's going to eat and play in the park. What am I doing? Let's find out. Were you, like, checking my work?
She was copying.
Was she? Because
Yeah,
I could tell.
She was doing
This is what I'm doing this summer. See, this is where I knew I was supposed to be. Right here.
What's
This
your
is my
answer?
chair. This is my answer. This is what I'm going to be doing this summer. Hang on. Do you know what I'm doing? What am I doing?
You're gonna watch movies?
Yep. It's my summer. And fall and winter and spring. See? I did my synonyms.
You want to get some fresh air?
No, not really. And I also don't want dog butt in the vlog. Let's be careful, because she might fall off the table. And I'd rather not take a trip to the doggy emergency room tonight.
Okay, sit.
No, not sit there. No, not sit on the table. Hun, we're going to have to, like, clean this off. Seriously, we're going to have to sanitize it for our own protection. Careful. You got her? You got her? Make sure you have her. Hun, please.
I don't have
Okay,
her.
well, get her off the table. Hun, you can do this. I believe in you. Jedi, seriously, before she slips and falls.
Okay. I'm not playing with you.
Hun,
Okay.
no, don't get up further. Get her off. There we go. Thank you. Careful not to break her arm or her neck. There we go.
That. You see why she's not a lap dog?
Yeah, she's not. Well, that didn't work. I was trying to do the belt for the Plo Koon figure that I have to assemble, and I just picked up some new Star Wars colognes, and for the most part, they smell similar to one another. This one shipped to me upside down, unfortunately, so I may have to send it back. Can you believe this shit? This is nonsense. Second time in the past 6 months or so? Actually, second time in the past couple of months that the 12-volt battery has been giving problems. Worse yet, the dealership that I've been leasing from doesn't have a loaner, so I'm going to have to rent a vehicle and then try to get it reimbursed. Yeah, not fun. Not cool. So, I'd say this was a bad investment. Well, I guess to a certain degree it was, because I feel like I've wasted my money, even in leasing the vehicle and not owning it. Oh, I wish I could get out of the contract, because I would in a heartbeat. Actually, I should probably pursue that. Luckily, I was in a place to pull over because the original warning flashed when I was at a stoplight just around the corner. I'm safe. I'm alone, flying solo. My hair really needs cut. I'm noticing that now against the backdrop of the light. But anyway, I don't know how long I'm going to be without a vehicle, or at least this vehicle, until I can find a replacement, and hopefully that can be done today. I had plans to go see a movie with Jedi. There it goes. See ya. Don't know I'm gonna see you again, though. I could walk home. Okay, folks, I'm in a Volkswagen. I don't know for how long, either. Oh, the gauges are kind of blurry. Time to unwind with some movie popcorn as we turn ourselves inside out, too. And you have the blanket. You got that for free. Nice. This was not free, but it was heavily discounted. Plus, we get a free refill.
Anxiety.
Yeah, I have that. Yep, got that too.
And I can't remember the other one.
Is this movie going to give me anxiety?
Probably.
Because I have plenty of it. Oh, it seems the dealership has a loaner vehicle for me after all. So I don't have to rent a vehicle, which I guess saves some amount of hassle. Great. I'll take it, because it's a loaner, and then I don't have to worry about getting reimbursed. This is somewhat bittersweet. It looks like a nice vehicle, but unfortunately I'm only using it because they don't know what the hell's wrong with my other one. You know, the one that I'm leasing and spending way too much on. The one thing I don't understand about this car is a bar that's right here, like next to the passenger seat in the front. Like, is this something we're supposed to hold on to? I don't get it. Why? Is this like a load-bearing bar? Someone, please, tell me. Here's the true test of a car, whether or not it can handle me on Whopper Wednesday. Ooh, this is hot, dude. Almost like reheated hot, not hot off the grill, because the bun itself is hot. Whew. Dang. Oh, I guess it is around lunchtime, or the tail end of lunchtime at this point. I've been pounding through a whole bunch of small tasks today. Actually, this entire week. This is really hot. Hotter than normal. And I'm not just saying that because the car is air conditioned. Well, I've been wanting to get to certain tasks. I appreciate this guy opening up the car door next to me, not knocking into the car, because this is not my car, and the last thing I need to do is deal with another damaged car. But taking care of all the small tasks gives me a sense of accomplishment. Like, I feel good. I did it. I took care of something. But the thing is, even though these things are critical, They need to be taken care of. They need my attention. They siphon that energy away from the things that I know I need to do, or certainly want to do. One thing at a time. I'm not overwhelmed. I'm not feeling stressed. Oh, it's funny. The movie last night, Inside Out 2, it was basically all about what happens when you let anxiety take control. And it was pretty damn accurate. Like, very well done in terms of anthropomorphizing those emotions and how they're all counterbalanced. And in many ways, what a panic attack feels like. I didn't get a panic attack watching it. That's good. So I'm thinking of recording weekly courses. Weekly. I realize that's lofty. Maybe I should just shoot for monthly first, but I'd like to try to do something every week. I feel I have enough bandwidth to do it, or certainly would make time to do it. Again, maybe I'm biting off more than I can chew, but in my mind it wouldn't take much more than an afternoon to do, and then of course facilitate. So if I could set aside an afternoon to do it, great. And these courses would be like 7 things, or revolve around the idea of covering 7 items in one particular topic. For example, 7 things you can do to avoid the mistakes I made. I realize that's probably not a great title, but something like, don't make the same mistakes I made. 7 ways to avoid making the same mistakes, because believe you me, I made mistakes. Oh, speaking of mistake, I'm vegan, and they put mayonnaise on this thing. God dang it. I even wrote no mayo. Had a little bit of mayonnaise. Well, it won't be the death of me. I always triple check. No ketchup, no mayo, extra pickle, extra onion. They did not put extra pickle on here, nor did they put extra onion, and they added mayo. I don't understand what was so difficult to understand. So don't make the same mistakes I made. Double check your sandwich before you eat it. That's another mistake I've made. I've thought through. I'm like, oh yeah, I know I could come up with examples of 7 things around one particular topic or another. One subject that I feel I have some degree of mastery over. How to handle this, how to handle that, and then basically sell those courses for like $7 is reasonable. Would you pay $7 to avoid the same mistakes that I made? Well, trust me, I could probably come up with more than 7. Like, especially if I got granular, which is probably what I would do. I don't know how long I would do this. And again, I'm ideating, right? So I have the right to change my mind, because it's what you got to do. If you don't give yourself permission to change your mind, you're inevitably locked into something, a promise that you're keeping to yourself. I shouldn't even ask if you're interested, because most people won't respond. And ultimately, the way to tell whether or not people are interested is to give them the proposition and then let them ignore it, or pass it up, or take advantage of it. That's something I would like to do before this vlog is published. So check for a link in the video description. Who knows? Is it there? I don't know. I haven't finished this week yet. I haven't even finished this burger. Would you call this a burger? Not at this point. Oh, there's a little bit of mayo. Oh, getting in the car on a hot day, not a great idea. So here's a tip. What you got to do is you've got to open one door and go back to the other side, and then slam this door 5 times. 3, 4, 5. By doing that, you'll drop the temperature in the car by about 10 degrees. It's incredible. It's time for some root beer, but not your father's root beer. It's root beer, and it's good. I gotta thank my brother Ben for turning me on to this a few years ago. I'll say this, it does not taste like beer. So if you're not a beer liker, I bet you anything you would like this. This is not a sponsored endorsement. Should be, but it isn't. It's the longest day of the year today. The solstice, summer solstice. I like the winter solstice more. Less daylight. happier Chris. I finally did it! The dishes! No. Do the dishes every day. I'm an amazing dishwasher. Someone said that they love the sound of the dishwasher running, and I'm like, well, I don't really run. I power walk. But if you like the sound of that, well, who might argue? No, I finally recorded, I came up with the idea like 2 days ago, but I did record 7 mistakes that I've made that you can avoid. Now, these mistakes were broad, not about any specific area of my life, but I really feel strongly about doubling down and, doing 7 mistakes I made as an entrepreneur, 7 mistakes I've made as a dad, 7 mistakes I've made as a man, and just recording them, seeing what happens, because I will have done it for $7. You can learn about some mistakes that I've made, including potentially setting one dish on top of the other. No, that wasn't a mistake. It's just a miscalculation. I'm interested in hearing from the people who actually take the time to watch those videos. That's the feedback I'd be curious about, especially this first one, to know whether or not this is something that you'd be interested in hearing more of, or maybe I just keep doing them until I do so many of them that you have no choice but to watch at least one of them. $7, not that bad. From Schoolhouse Rock, Lucky 7 Samson, that's my name. Isn't that it? Is it Lucky Samson 7 Samson? Was that his name? Try not. Do or do not. There is no try. But there are more dishes. And these dishes are not going to do themselves. And Rocket refuses to do dishes. Maybe I should train her to do that. Not only do I have a dirty screen, but there's the video length. There it is, ready to download. I'm also thinking about sharing all of my previous advice in a somewhat organized fashion, if you're interested in listening to everything that I did and may continue to do. No Starch knew that I was an adult fan of Lego, so they sent along 3 of their Lego books. Now, these are not officially licensed Lego books, but if you are also an adult fan of Lego and you can't get enough Lego and you want to learn more about Lego or just can't get enough Lego in your life, you may want to check these out. This one is the Lego animation book. This is the Lego Engineer, which is a bit more instructional, as in this is how you can build these various models if you are ever into building and, looking for different things to build with your various loose bricks like barge ships or cruise ships. Then there's also the Lego lighting book. Now, I know a lot of people, especially the streamers on Twitch, love the light bricks. And this is something that I've never really done. But what's cool about this particular book is it goes into so much detail about what, where, how, and everything you ever wanted to know about lighting up your Lego sets, because you could do it unofficially. Do you see Rocket down there? No, you don't. And you know why? Because I let her out to roam around and she escaped. When I let her off the leash, inevitably, in the house, I stumbled into a surprise that I shouldn't see on the floor somewhere that Rocket leaves behind. So, kind of caught in between wanting to let her be a dog and also wanting to save my sanity. Rocket's a little surprised here because I brought a new friend home. A printer. First printer that I've used or had here at the house in over a decade or so. Hey, you'll get along just fine. You get along with cats, you get along with kids, and assumedly peripherals. It doesn't connect to the internet. I could make it connect to the internet, but I refused to connect a printer to the internet if I could avoid it, so I can do local printing. I probably should have done this a while ago, but I figured it was cost-effective, or more cost-effective, at least while the first ink cartridge is in there, because this is like half off. So I saved money, as opposed to sending prints elsewhere to be printed out. It's a little more convenient to have this at home. I don't even know how much I'm going to use it, honestly. I mean, it's probably just going to sit there largely collecting dust. But as long as I don't have to have it connected to the internet and it's there, for the most part, I'm good with it. But once this is out of ink, I'm done with it. I got a tattoo! Well, kind of. It's henna, which is, I guess, technically a tattoo, just a temporary tattoo. My first henna. And now it's a guess as to how long this henna will last. I'm guessing a month because I have alabaster skin. This is really dark. I think it's darker today than it was yesterday. Is that possible?